Here we are on Cowdrey TV, one of the most exciting days of the year. It's semi-finals day at the British Open, our first game of the day. Dubai versus Marques de Riscal, and I am delighted to hand you over to my co-commentator for the day, Carl Ude Martinez, to introduce you to the day's proceedings.
Yeah, thanks very much, John. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, or nearly good afternoon. Welcome from all our viewers from around the world. You're tuning live to Polo Line TV and Cowdrey TV. We're here at Cowdrey Park, possibly one of the most iconic backdrops in the polo circuit for the 2023 British Open Championship for the Cowdrey Gold Cup. A lot of history in this cup, first played for back in 1956. It's regarded as one of the most prestigious with its illustrious history and attracts some of the finest players and some of the top equine athletes around the world. Now, we had 15 teams entered into this tournament, playing 4 qualifying matches, then a quarter-final stage, and over the last month, we have seen it whittled down to 4 teams. Semi-finals day is renowned as one of the best polo days on the English calendars. Often a little bit better than the finals day, as you get 2 matches with 4 teams all trying to fight out for that Sunday afternoon final. First up today then, let's turn our attention. At 12 o'clock, kicking off very shortly, so don't go anywhere. It is the Elliston Cup we're playing for. The unstoppable boys in green, mighty Dubai. No strangers to a semi-final and no strangers to a final here. They take on the Marques de Riscal team, who have shaken things up a little bit in this high gold tournament with their first ever placing in a semi-final here at the British Open for the Gold Cup. So then that is 12 o'clock game, and at 4 o'clock we will see the Tramontana Cup, and that is with the formidable and solid UAE team, and they'll be taking on defending champions from last year, Borodin's Blue Army Park Place. 4 super and competitive teams. We've got some of the highest rated and experienced players in the world, alongside some of the youngest and brightest upcoming talents in the sport, who are literally changing the game the way they play. So, for instance, Heta and Barto Castagnola, Beltron Laule, Rufino Benzidon, and of course, Lukin Monteverde. Now, let's turn our attention towards Marques de Riscal. Alessandro Aznar's Spanish team. Been on fire at the moment in this tournament, shaking things up a little bit. 9-goaler Sapo Cassette, making it one of the top highest goal scorers coming into the quarter-final stages. Super well mounted, and they only lost by 1 goal against the boys in red in the qualifying stages. And it was in the quarterfinals that the tight scoreline of 7-6, they just took it against La Magdalene, the Queen's Cup winners, right at the end with a late charge. Santiago Sanades, alongside the South African Chris McKenzie, strong in defence, interchanging, made it help secure their victory, 7-6, and a spot in today's semi-final. And their opponents, let's look at Dubai. It's a 4-man team for sure. Rashid Al-Bawadi and his team have been in this scenario many times. They've won the Gold Cup 5 times in its history over the years. That's pretty impressive. This team, the lineup is simply impressive. We've got a young talent, though, very young and overflowing with raw talent. Young Rufino Benzidon, 7 goals. Beltran Laule, 3 goals, but overflowing with 10 goals of talent for sure. And talking of 10 goals of talent, well, we've got him. We've got Heta Castagnola, the one and only. He is the only player in the world to attain a 10-goal handicap in every country that he plays in. He is on a different level. He plays his own game. He's got his own unique style, and he's literally changing the game with every time he plays. Watch out. Dubai are coming for whoever's against them. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at how these 2 teams, Dubai and Marques de Riscal, have made their way to the road to the semi-finals. Well, if that doesn't get you in the mood for the semi-finals, I don't know what will. So pressure's building. We're not too far away. And Marques de Riscal and Dubai will face off each other for that first spot in the final on Sunday. Talking about Marques de Riscal, we caught up with 9-goaler Guillermo Sapocasset at his barn after the quarterfinals. And it's a great little interview we've got to show you now that talks about his polo family, how he travels the world with his infrastructure, his support team, his grooms, his people that assist him in all the different countries, and what it's like to be a professional polo player at that level, and how he's getting on with Marques de Riscal this year. It's really insightful, so just watch out for that coming shortly. At the same time, we caught up with young Rufino Benzadon. What a superstar. He is ready to go, he's ready to fight, and he's looking forwards to the opportunity to play with Dubai and tell us how he feels, and in a few years' time he'll be valuing what a great opportunity he's been given. So check it out.
We are in Trippet's farm here near Cowdrey, a place called Milan. We're based here with our team Marques de Riscal for the second year. We came last year, was Marques de Riscal's first season in England, and we chose this place. I think it's very convenient for us, for this team. We have everything that we need. We have a great field, great facilities for the boys, and we feel very comfortable here in Trippet. So it's been great two seasons. Well, we get the horses from pasture around the first week of March, more or less. We bring some people from Argentina to start, walking a little bit. At that time it's really cold here, but yeah, they start to get ready more or less at that between the first week or second week of March. My main groom, that is Danny, it's been working for me, I think, I'm not very good with dates, but around 18 years, more or less, a lot. We started together when I was 7 goals in Argentina, 6 goals playing the qualification for Palermo. So imagine, he travels with me everywhere. I love him, he's part of my family, and he has a twin brother that also works for me and with him since then. And then I have a couple of guys that follows me. They follow me, some here, some to America. I try to spread them out a little bit. Around, I have like between 10 or 12 guys that they, some in Argentina, America, England, Spain. But yeah, it's a big group of people that I'm trying to think on Wednesday, because we have a really important match for us on Wednesday, trying to reach the finals on the Gold Cup here. Yeah, like you said, we won in Spain 1 year, then the second year we arrived to the final. It's really tough in Spain, really competitive, and also it's really warm, so the horses, suffer a little bit that. But well, I think we're in good shape, and we try to go tournament by tournament, game by game. Rufino, he's a great kid. I know him since he was young. I played with Pancho when I was young in Pony Express, so I know Rufino since he was like this. And I love the way he rides, he plays. He's an amazing player, huge talent. I'm good friends with him. I think he's going to be one of the next top players for sure. He is now. He's having a great season. And the other day he posted a goal on Instagram, I think from Polo Line, and I told him, if you score that goal against me on Wednesday, I will hook your wrist, I told him. And he was laughing. Now we have buena onda, like we said. But he's amazing, and I wish him the best.
I've been buying horses with my father in America and Argentina, and I try to bring here the best horses I have. See, the horses start moving here first days of March, and the horses that I brought from America, they were in better shape, so was a combination of horses that were in better shape and some of them that they were a bit heavy. See, I have 3 grooms here: Leo, Chocho, we call them Chocho, Pablito Rosales and Emi Martini. The 3 of them, they work with us in Argentina, and they are really nice guys, and they work hard, so it's good to have those guys. Well, with 15 horses is a good number of horses to play a whole season, so now I will take to France the 10 horses that are in better shape. So I think with 10 horses I'm gonna be fine. It's called Jennifer. I bought her in America to Alec Caro and Capocha Heli. It's out of Padrino and Pop, that is a thoroughbred. And she's new, she's 7 years old, and now I brought her here, and she's doing every day better and better, so I think that mare is one of my best ones. No, he has a lot of quality, and I like him a lot, how he rides the horses and how the horses look with him. And I don't know, he's a really good player, and I learn a lot about him.
So, a very, very good afternoon to you all tuning in from around the world. Welcome to Cowdrey Park, welcome to West Sussex, and welcome to the Cowdrey British Open Championship. Let's start off with the team riders. Dubai at 1, Heta Castagnola off 10 goals. At 2, Rashid Al-Bawadi off 2 goals, Beltran Laulule off 3 goals, and Rufino Benzedon off 7 goals. 22, and they are unstoppable. Dubai coming in with a full clean record.
Marques de Riscal, they have Alejandro Aznar off 0 goals, Santi Sonadas off 7, Sapo Cassette off 9, and Chris Mackenzie, the South African international, at back off 6 goals. We are, of course, here live as well at the ground.
Umpires Peter Wright and Ben Turner are the mounted officials there. You can see Peter Wright, Ben Turner, and Howard Smith is our 3rd man on the sidelines. Tim Bown is our 4th match official. So, look at that view. Union Jacks flying high. Not as windy and blustery as it was for the quarter-final stages, but we are just awaiting everything to get ready to kick off for this first semi-final. Let's quickly do horses now. For Dubai, Heta Castagnola is coming out on Fidel. Rashid Al-Bawadi is coming on Galaxy. Beltran Laule off Safina, and Rufino Benzedon on Sonada.
Horses for Marques de Riscal, Alejandro Aznar on Ceremony, Santi Sonadas on Bacate, Sapo Cassette on Mimicha, Chris Mackenzie on Dees.
And we're away, the ball's in play, the first joker of the first semi-final, and it's Sapo Cassette, 9 goals. Guillermo Sapo on the near side, just goes over the top of that one now. In comes Chris Mackenzie, South African playing the number 4, cuts straight in front, unfortunately, of a green player coming through the line there. Sapo Cassette. Just coming across Dubai. That'll be our first whistle, John.
Thank you very much, Carl. So the 2 lineups then for you. Dubai out there in the green, Heta Castagnola, just 20 years old, and for many the best player in the world at the moment, 10 all around the world, and just see now how he brings this ball into play. Chris Mackenzie, all the South African, put a little bit of pressure. There's going to be an early chance now for Mackenzie, leaving it now for Sapo Cassette. Cassette from 70 yards out. It looks good from here through the centre of the goal. Let's hear it then. We have the opening goal of the game, Carl, and it goes in favour of Marques de Riscal.
Yeah, Marques de Riscal coming in. First ever semi-final in a British Open Gold Cup. 2nd year in the high goal, first ever place. They have been shaking things up a little bit in this tournament, so great that they start. But unstoppable Dubai have been going with a no-loss record. They come in with 5 wins, and they are looking very strong indeed.
So it's fair with Castagnola playing the backhand, looking for either Rashid Abouadi or Ben Sedon on the turn, but it's once again with Sapa Gasset. For those new to the game, ends change after every goal is scored. So that is why Marques de Riscal now head up towards the score. What is it here now with Santi Sonadas? Sonadas looking to take on Ben Sedon, who waits. Behind him again will come his captain Sapa Gasset, but it's still there with Sonadas. For long-time pro here of Marques de Riscal, fighting hard as it falls again for Sapa Gasset, hooked up a play, and eventually it's going to turn round for Chris McKenzie.
Turns round for Chris McKenzie, but in his attack of trying to get onto that ball, they had already turned Dubai and they had already established their line, and Heta Castagnola was the first to that ball for Dubai, claiming the right of way and claiming the foul. So for those of you maybe new to polo, semi-finals day always attracts a slightly new crowd here at Cowdrey Park, which is great. Welcome to the sport. We hope you enjoy your day, but the main rule in polo really is when a player hits the ball, whether it's a couple of meters or a few hundred meters, a right of way is created, a line of the ball, a tram line if you like, a priority line, and a player cannot just come straight in front of another player taking it off them at a horrible angle. They must wait in their lane, or they must ride the player off to gain advantage or gain priority, or they can play a player's stick or bump or push a player off the line. This must all happen in their respective lanes, and they must not cross in front. But the ball can change any second, so obviously with that, the line can change. So, 1-0 to Marques de Riscal, the Spanish team. Second year in high goal, the first ever semi-final for a British Open Gold Cup. Heta Castagnola turns 10 goals. 60-yard penalty. It's strong, but it's along the ground. I think he meant to put that up high. He looks at the ground after he struck it, so it's wide. And no goal to Heta Castagnola. 10 goals and the only 10-goal player to attain that 10-goal handicap around the world in every country he plays in. Unbelievable, plays his own game. Watch out for him today.
So it's going to be Castagnola once again coming onto the play here for Dubai. Using the other man as a blocker for a second as Castagnola goes right, then spins left. In comes Sonadas looking to put the pressure on the young superstar Castagnola. Castagnola there now looks to get the horse going into the 60. He's into the 30. Asnar, he waits, but it's Heta Castagnola with the shot towards the goal. And Dubai have levelled us up here. 2.5 minutes played in this opening. Chakrin just beginning to show what he's capable of now.
Yeah, it's early days, isn't it, John? But as I was just saying, he plays his own game. He can either go through traffic, he can go round traffic, he shoots from out far, he shoots from up close. Literally, you don't know what he's going to do, and he just goes in defense, attack, like it's no drama at all for him. Super well mounted today. Watch out for that name, Heta Castagnola, 10 goals at his young age. Unbelievable. Right, ball's in play. Straight to Benzedon, Rufino. Turn, Heta Castagnola, taken by Sapo, taken by Cassette. He's on a breakaway. They've got to rush back, but this is nice. He's super well mounted. He's got speed. Sapo Cassette, a little touch to finish. Sapo Cassette, 9 goals. Through it goes. Based at Trippett's Farm this season, Sapo Cassette changes pony after that goal and straight back in, trademark blue helmet. That's how you know. What a goal. They draw another blood and they change ends as they go back to a middle.
Sapa Gasset, second top scorer in this tournament so far. He came into the game with 39 goals. Sitting above him was Facundo Perez, who we see in the next match, and he's closing in on that number now. So, ball goes back in play. Ends change as it's here now with Castagnola. To his left-hand side goes Benzedon, but it's still now Castagnola looking to run to the left-hand side of Chris McKenzie. Castagnola picks it up, slows it down. In between Sonadas and McKenzie, just falling them left then right still. Castagnola, look at him go. It's head-to against McKenzie. McKenzie with the open backhand, but the umpires, Carl, they're going to blow their whistle on that play.
I mean, he danced around. He was left, he was right, he was switching here, he was switching there. It's worse than Boris Johnson's WhatsApp messages. Unbelievable. And the problem is there that in doing that, there was a... Oh, hang on, there's a penalty one. They've given a penalty one. Yes, they have, yes. So in doing that, Chris McKenzie tried to defend. He couldn't defend. He caused a foul right in front of goal. And they have given a penalty one, which is an automatic goal. an automatic goal, so Dubai get awarded. They don't even have to take the penalty, and then they get a spot here in the middle to restart the game. So Dubai go 2 goals straight away, up with 2 goals to Marques de Riscal. John, he's unbelievable, Heta. Do you see how he was dancing?
It's amazing watching how he will just situate himself in between his teammates who put himself behind and get them to leave it. And he just, despite having the number 1 shirt on his back, he so often just plays the playmaker at the back, as you see now, sending the players down the ground on the run. Head to Castagnoli, puts it right up there, looking for Benzedon at the front. Benzedon, though, looks like it's going to run out of room. So just over wide to the left this time by Castagnola, but Dubai not quite running to their full tune yet, but they're just beginning to ramp up the pressure.
6 chuckers, John. They start slow, they work out their game plan, and they adapt accordingly. But it's so good to see. Second year for Marques de Riscal. The Spanish team, Alejandro Aznar's really, really strong. They came in beating La Magdalene, the Queen Cup winners, by 7-6 in the quarter-final stages, and this man was on fire. Sapo Cassette, near side, offside, being chased as well. Ride off, bump, still got it. Lets him go behind. Santiago Sanades comes to back him up. Sapo decides to pass it up to Alejandro Aznar. Aznar goes on the attack. Back goes Barto. Heta. Both of them are brilliant. Alejandro Aznar. Alejandro Aznar. Alejandro! Yes, what a goal! John, he'll be happy with that. What a pass from Sapo and what a finish by Aznar.
What a play that was by Aznar, with the 10-goal player breathing down his neck, but he's so good at front of goal is Alejandro Aznar. You mentioned there how Dubai, they were undefeated. It's worth saying as well, the only game that Marques de Riscal they lost, they'd already through. So you feel they were just reserving a little bit of energy in that game as well. So many could say this semi-final, the 2 best informed teams in this tournament, as the ball now goes back into play. Who's going to pick it up? It's there with Sonadis on the near side. Behind him is Chris McKenzie. McKenzie taking the ball alongside his teammate. Sapo Cassette, the captain, waits in behind as they all come into a medley, and it's still there now with Chris McKenzie, who's got round McKenzie now. They look again for Aznar. Aznar on the near side. He's running away again, looking for the second, but it's left behind and back now for Heta Castagnola.
So Heta takes it right across in front of his goal, looking over his shoulder as he goes. The big thing here, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be horsepower. Will Marques de Riscal have horsepower left in the 4th, 5th and 6th chukker, or will it be Dubai that just can override them? They're super well mounted, both teams, so let's see how they adapt. Benzedon, backed, Heta. Up to Rashid Al-Bawadi. Al-Bawadi, what a pass! Al-Bawadi, what a launch from Heta! Back goes Benzedon, he reaches out, but it's cleared by Santiago Sanades.
Sanades now in defence for Marques de Riscal. Just slows it down. He's got there Benzedon behind him, and now there with Heta Castagnola again. Look at Chris McKenzie, the South African international player, putting on that pressure. Sonada's coming in as well, but it's still Heta Castagnola. Sends it up towards the goal, looking for either of the runners at the front, but instead it's going to be Sapo Cassette, and this is where Cassette is at his most dangerous. We love seeing this player just flatten those horses out. Watch for Sonada's, make them run down the ground as Sapo Cassette launches it long, looking for either of Aznar or Sonada's at the front. It's Aznar who's gone again. Alejandro Aznar with a shot, taking away Castagnola is Sonada's, but it's Castagnola leads the ball behind, but the whistle has been blown.
Whistle, oh, Aznar is on fire today, but the whistle was blown beforehand. We'll just see what the umpires have decided there.
So as we have a look on the instant replay, it's there with Aznar coming across in front. Sorry, I had the wrong mic on. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the chukker, is it? The end of the chukker? Doesn't look, yes, is it end of chukker? Yes, it is. Looks like it's end of chukker. Let me just double check. No, still got a bit of time left. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Chukker. Bit of confusion there. They were so quick, Marques de Riscal, to come back. I thought they were still playing. Look, they want to go. They want to get on with this. They don't want to lose the momentum. They change. They're back, and looks like it's the start of the second chukker. So, 3 players already back.
You're watching UAE. Versus Park Place, enjoy it live on Caudry TV.
Semi-final. We start with a penalty of the second chukker. 3-2 on the scoreboard. Sapo Cassette for the penalty. Through it goes. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, here, pitch side. 3-2 moves to 4-2, and Marques de Riscal wanting to get the momentum, wanting to get as many goals in the bank because they know what's coming at them after half-time from Dubai. That's when they're going to be the strongest, so Marques de Riscal need to get some goals in the coffers. Back to the middle we go.
And straight out the line out, we have a whistle. The umpires, they will come back to the middle after these goals are scored, and they will want a clear gap before the ball is thrown in, a bit like a line out in rugby. Looks like this time they may just say we're going to do a redo early on, or actually they might. Yeah, they're just going to ask players to regather. So it's been a great start then for Marques de Riscal, Dubai finalists in this tournament last year. They have come in probably the slight favourites, but Marques de Riscal and Sapo Cassette in particular have come out flying here in this game, not to mention the goal by Asnar as well, but it's here now with Laule. Laule, just 15 years of age, leaves it to Bensadon. Bensadon with the drive down the ground, looking for Abouadi. Abouadi in front of Sonadas as well. There is Asnar, but it's Abouadi. He picks up the bounce of the ball. Abouadi running up against Alejandro Asnar. This time he shows his strength in defence, and the ball goes wide to the right-hand side.
Yes, John, you talk about Dubai, you talk about Laule being 15. Dubai, actually, look at the actual ages. It's a very young team, but it's overflowing with talent. Rashid Abouadi, young. Rufino, young. Beltran, young. Heta, young. It is a 4 young team, but wow, they have a lot of talent. So against more of an experienced team, it's going to be really interesting to see how this man organizes his troops, Sapo Cassette, and he is super well mounted today. Look how he cuts back inside. Sapo. 9 goals, looks over his shoulder, he says, come with me, Santiago. Alejandro, up you go, because you just scored a cracking goal, so let's go again, Alejandro. Can he go on to the top of that? Asnar. Asnar now cuts it back inside. This is great from him. Back goes Heta Castagnola. He's got to get the angle. He doesn't quite get it what he wants, and it falls to Heta Castagnola to control the game once again.
Heta Castagnola bringing it round for Dubai. Watch down the centre of the ground. He's got the runners. He's more than capable of hitting the ball half the length of the ground. Heta Castagnola coming back to help him now is Laule. As Heta Castagnola still just toys there with Asnar. Now takes it to right-hand side, up towards the halfway line. He'd now take it left, using his men as the blockers. Look how he take away the Marques de Riscal defence and sends it up high into the air. And this one will fall now for Abouadi. Abouadi picks it up, the bounce of the ball, taking it forward still for Dubai. As it just falls now for Cassette, eventually for Bensadon. Bensadon just to run it through the goal. The goal is scored. It wasn't the prettiest, but Dubai, they pull one back, 4 goals to 3. So as we have a look on the instant replay here, look at how he just fought his way through. We were all expecting Heta to get the clean contact on the ball, but it just rolled its way through the goal off the stick of Bensadon. And there's 1 goal in it now.
Back to the middle they go. The only game to change after every goal, not just at half-time, to keep fair advantage of wind, rain, ground, sun conditions. It's an ancient rule of polo, and it's one that we still maintain today. Cuts it back inside. I'm not sure he wanted to do that, Chris McKenzie. That's unfortunate. Falls to Dubai. Dubai, he's got wide open. It's just McKenzie left. Bensadon just puts it wide, little bit of traffic, only McKenzie, but under the pressure, just couldn't quite move it to the left-hand side. Quick change for Sapo, down in the left-hand corner, jumps onto another pony. McKenzie will bring this in. Circles his pony, gives time for Sapo to come up. Don't just watch the ball being struck. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you new to polo, have a look off the ball. There is plenty of action going on. Polo's very much a marking game, and sometimes it's really interesting to watch some of the battles going on off the ball. But look at this, 2 titans, 10 goals versus 9. Sapo Cassette launches it up to Alejandro. He's going to be marked. Is he going to get hooked? He's going to have a go. He gets hooked out of it. That's unfortunate. On the near side to Heta Castagnola. Heta just takes it over to the right-hand side. Can he keep it in? Yes, he does. On the near side to the far side.
Head to Castagnola there in front of Cassette. Cassette up there on a horse called Juvia now. Watch out for that one. It's won best playing pony a couple of times in this tournament already as Castagnola now takes it up towards the boards. Making a run for him is Bencidon, who's being tracked. Is Head to Castagnola going to have another run? And no, instead he leaves it for his young teammate Belter and Laulay. Laulay, son of long-time professional here at Cowdrey Park. Gaston Laulay leaves it now again for Head to Castagnola. Coming up there against Sapa Cassette, still waiting. The umpires will want the way to be cleared here for Dubai. 5 times winners of this tournament, Dubai. Now it's picked up by Cassette. Cassette looked to go.
Yeah, Cassette did look to go, riding a horse called Ottomana. Ottomana and Chris Mackenzie on Viento, like the wind. Let's see if Chris Mackenzie's going to be quicker. But they're going to use this now to change again, so the information I've just gave you is going to go straight out the window because they're going to jump on another horse. So many horses to change from, and that's another fact for you. One of these players will bring at least 10 horses to a game. They'll want 6 and then a few spares and a few changes. So you think about that, at least 10, multiply that by 4 people, and then multiply that by 8 on the pitch at one time. It's a lot of ponies. And a big, big shout out to the backstage infrastructure of lorry drivers, vets, physios, the grooms, everybody that provide and this back infrastructure to get these players and these horses looking in top condition on the field. And these are some of the best players from around the world, ladies and gentlemen. The finest athletes, equine athletes as well. Formula One equine athletes bred for speed, agility and stamina. Penalty to Heta Castagnola. Oh, it stopped, it stopped, it stopped. It's gone wide. Wow, what a stop from the South African Chris Mackenzie. He stopped it. It then rolled off to the left-hand side, or to our right if we're looking at it. And there is some confusion about whether it was knocked off by a stick, a horse, a player, a post. And they will just see whether it's going to be a knock-in or a corner, a safety 60 we call it, which is like a corner. John, what do you think? I think it's going to be a hit-in.
I think it came off a defending player's horse, so if it comes off a stick, it's a safety 60. If it's off the horse, it's a knock-in. So the last touch came off the horse of a Marques de Riscal player, so it's going to be Chris Mackenzie to bring the ball in off the back line.
What a save, though.
No, it was great to see. Castagnola, that's 2 penalties missed now.
Would you put yourself in front of a Heta Castagnola ball, John?
From up here, I'm going to say yes. From down there, no. But it's here now with Chris Mackenzie. Mackenzie now, the South African. The change in this lineup in Marques de Riscal in this Gold Cup that's made such a difference is Chris Mackenzie playing a little bit deeper and allowing the player Sonat, as you see at the front, stretching the play, and Cassette as well to be at his most dangerous running to goal as Mackenzie picks it up again. Cassette running off to the left-hand side, looking to pick the ball up now for Marques de Riscal. Alejandro Aznar waits at the front. Cassette delivers a pass, and it's Aznar now looking to run past Laulay, but Laulay is strong in defence.
I love the way they're using Alejandro. They're using Alejandro all the time. They're trying to get the ball up to him, and it's great to see him having such a great game, but he got hooked out on it second time. It's quickly cleared and defended, and look at Heta. He's got space. He's got bags of space. This isn't great. He is all on his own at the moment. Sapo's coming back. He asked his horse for a little bit more speed, but Heta's got it on him. Heta Castagnola with the biggest strike. Oh my Lord. It just goes wide, but this is what I mean. This man is deadly. He's like Maverick in Top Gun. He's unbelievable.
I don't know how to follow that. I think that just hit the bottom corner of the goalpost as it went clear, but he is so good going at goal. Winner of this tournament back in 2019 with Dubai. You'll be seeing his brother, Barto Castagnola, just a couple of years older, playing in the next semi-final with UAE as well, so plenty of talent on show. Is now Marques de Riscal. They just about survive that with Santi Sonadas. Sonadas comes now in between Abouadi and Bencidon. Putting on the pressure there at the front again is Laulay. Sent left by Sapa Cassette, looking again for Chris Mackenzie. Down the centre is Asnar. They're looking to stretch the play with the overlap. Is it still here with Mackenzie? Stealing it though. Oh, the backhand to himself. Look at that by Castagnola. They got to hook him before he's away. It's Castagnola still. Reaching out of him, reaching up. There is Sonat. As Castagnola picks it up the air. He's going on his own. He's there on the near side, but there's Mackenzie with the backhand.
Oh my lord, this is what I mean. This man is like Alcaraz the other day against Djokovic. He just won't give up. And there's the shot. There's a whistle before the shot. Unbelievable. Sapo shrugs his shoulders as he can't believe it, but wow. Did you see that little cheeky backhand to himself? And then he spun round on a sixpence. Sixpence, that's quite old, isn't it? There isn't sixpence anymore, is there?
Showing
on
your
a
age,
sixpence,
Carl.
yeah. And he literally, wow. This penalty looks like Marques de Riscal came in front of Dubai. Yes, they did. I'm just looking on the replay that we have got for the benefit of the live stream, ladies and gentlemen, here, pitch side. And unfortunately, a foul in front of Heta as Marques de Riscal tried to defend. So, 30-yard penalty. It's Heta Castagnola. He gets this one, no doubt about it, undefended, straight down, the flag goes up. And that is the end of the chukker. They get one in before the end of the chukker, ladies and gentlemen. So we finish 4-4, all apiece at the end of the second chukker. Please, would you show your appreciation here, pitch side, for what a great game it's turning out to be, and it's only going to get better. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. 4-4, it's getting bigger and stronger. We're going to throw to some ads.
Good sportsmanship is about respect. Respecting your team, respecting your opponent, respecting the game. And now, it's about respecting the environment. US Polo ASSN and 4Ocean are working together to keep our oceans clean. Discover how you can play your part at uspoloassnglobal.com/4Ocean. Live authentically.
You're watching Marques de Riscal
versus Dubai. Enjoy in live on Caudry TV.
So players then making their way out onto the field for the third chukker of play. Straight away, your eyes are drawn to that beautiful grey mare of Sapo Gosset Tuka. We have seen it wow us time and time again in this tournament. Sapo always so well mounted. His horses, they always look exactly the same in the way that they flatten out and run and give him the perfect platform. And this grey here, Tuka. On the other side, in Dubai, Heta Castagnola, he's playing Olivia here in this third chukker. Another horse that has already won a few best playing pony prizes. Really one to keep an eye out on. Rufinho Bensadon, he is on Jennifer. He talks about Jennifer on an interview with Polo Line on Caudry TV.
And Santiago Sonades is on Ocho Sula. And Chris McKenzie on the back there on Amy Mack.
So players back in the centre of the ground. That penalty shot by Heta Castagnola bringing an end to that second chukker. So we're all tied, 4 goals all, both sides fighting to get the early upper hand here in this semi-final. Remember, the second semi-final, 4 o'clock, UAE take on Park Place. But here now comes Sapo Gosset on Tuka. Look how he just slows it down. Waiting with him there is Castagnola as he looks to go now. Sapo Gosset round the outside. Now we'll slow it down and go for his trademark next shot. It's Gosset with a shot towards the goal, but wide to the left-hand side. But Carl, that is what Sapo is capable of on this horse.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you look at some videos online, on Instagram, on Polo Line, or on Sapo's Instagram, you will see most of them are the classic neck shot of Sapo doing exactly that thing and scoring lots of goals. He's unbelievable at that rate. What a hit. Now, Dubai, look how quickly they're at the other end of the field. They're literally one more to go. It's Bellas, Rufino! Benzedon! Wow, what a return, and how quick can they capitalize from defense to attack, and that is what Lolo Castagnola, her dad, is always talking about. Coach for Dubai is always about defense, attack, and that is exactly what they did. They switched from defense to attack, and boom, they're straight up there with a beautiful goal by Benzedon.
Amazing Route 1 polo almost. He just tonked that ball from long, head to Castagnola, and waiting was his 17-yard teammate. And now Castagnola looks to go on the near side here in front of Mackenzie. Mackenzie can't get there as Sapo brings it away.
Sapo, little chip under the neck on this lovely little grey. Checks up, tries to connect with that one. He wasn't wanting that hit, unfortunately. He's given that away. That stopped that set play. Asnar has to turn round. 15-year-old Laule strikes it up to Benzedon, but look at Chris McKenzie, cuts inside, great open backhand, they all turn, Santiago's there first, Rashid Al-Bawadi's the only one, but here comes Heta. He strikes, he's gone for the long one, oh yes, he's got it! Chris McKenzie, wow John, unbelievable, the confidence of that man, and what a quick break from midfield.
Yeah, it was a great backhand by Mackenzie, finding Sonatis at about 100 yards just over out. And he just hit it long. He had no runners for him, so he thought it's goal shot or nothing from here. And Santi Sonatis, been part of his Marques Riscal side for the last 8 years or so around Europe. Santi Sonatis, a real stalwart for Alejandro Aznar. The ball now comes back into play, and it's there with Heta Castagnola. Leaves it now for his teammate, then picks it up again. Castagnola says to Santi, what you could do, I could do better. Sends it long, but it's Mackenzie in defence.
Chris McKenzie. Just couldn't quite reach that one, but he's helped out by Aznar. Aznar unfortunately tries to clear that one, but knocks it off back over the back line. And a quick change at the same time in this stop and play for most people. Dubai definitely changing. You can see there's no green shirts on the field. They're all taking an opportunity apart from one. Looked like Alejandro Aznar just cleared that off the line, but there is some talking going on from Heta Castagnola to the umpires.
Well, I think Heta's saying that Aznar came across his line as he was coming down at the umpires. Initially, they were on the side of Heta. They're calling it a foul, but we're going to see they speak to their third and fourth man. Two umpires in the stand here for this semi-final. So breaking players, the umpires do just have a chat. They've got two umpires up in the crane to our right-hand side with the access to the video replay as well. So that's a break and play now as they just confirm whether the line was crossed. It was Heta Castagnola coming down that highway we speak about, Aznar coming across it. But it's the amount of space that he had. Alejandro Aznar did have a lot of room, but Castagnola was there at speed.
And it's great that these rules are there for safety for player and horses. No foul. No foul. No foul has been given. No safety 60 or corner. The umpire will ask the players to line up like a rugby line out. Gap down the middle. They throw towards the boards. One umpire near the boards, as you can see. One umpire throws it in. In it goes. And this is dangerous. 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 Here we go. Next shot. Heta. Oh, there it is. Next shot near side, underneath, going completely the opposite way, and wow, just too good.
So as we have a look on the instant replay here on the screen, look how Castagnola just controls it out the line out, went under the neck at the angle, nothing Cassette could do. Players come back to the centre of the ground then. 6-5 Dubai with the lead now, looking to get the momentum, turn the screw for the first time really this afternoon. Ball goes back in play, and it's out the back of the lineup. Picked up again here by Castagnola, but stolen by Sonadas. Sonadas taking on Bensadon, who hits the backhand, finding Laulay. Look for Castagnola on the run at the front. It's Castagnola. He's still out there on Olivia here in this third chuck, and he's on the run. Mackenzie's fighting back. He's not going to get him. Header Castagnola smacks it into the crowd at the background. He apologizes to the audience. He did make sure of it, Carl.
Yeah, actually, I'm just looking now. He's looking up at the crowd. He's holding his hand up. He said, "I'm sorry. I was just focused trying to score that. So I'm sorry if that ball went a bit too close to you, ladies and gentlemen," he says. We're just watching the replay now. Bless him. He looks very concerned. But do watch out, ladies and gentlemen, watching. The ball does come out at very fast speeds. Actually, nearly hit our cameraman by the looks of it. The camera had a little shake as the ball went past him. But there we go. From one end to the other. 10 goals, the only 10-goal player handicap around the world. So in every country he plays, he attains the 10 goals. For those of you who might not know, you could be 10 goals in one country, but you could be 9 or 8 or some in another country. Actually, Heta, out of all of the 10-goal players in the world, is 10 everywhere he goes. I mean, he's 11, really, if there wasn't 11. We're just having a chat here. The umpire, yellow card. Yellow card from the umpire to Heta Castagnola for knocking the ball maybe out very hard.
Yeah, I would say they've said due to crowd safety. So it looks like they have awarded the goal. But due to the nature of a hit into the audience there from Heta Castagnola, they've awarded is the wrong word, but they've given a yellow card to Castagnola. So one to keep an eye out now as Chris Mackenzie looks to get Marques to Riscal back going here. Good play at the front in defence by Rashid Abwadi as Sapagasset once again comes in behind. Sapagasset to the right-hand side now of Laulay. Still Sapagasset, now he goes left. He opens up the field for himself, about 70 for goal. Hits a cut shot towards the goal. What a goal by Sapagasset. We've spoken about his neck shots, but this time he did it on the cut shot. Opened up those shoulders. What a beautiful goal there, Carl.
I've got goose pimples, and that's not because it's cold. Unbelievable. Watching the replay, he just looks up, opens up his shoulders. Horse is nice and balanced, and boom, through the middle as well. Wasn't even left or right. Through the middle like a piece of cheese.
7-6. Marques to Riscal back in it. Ball goes in play. Who's going to get there now? It's there on the right-hand side with Laulay. Laulay has a look for Bensadon and Castagnola even further afield, but he shows too much of a play to Sapagasset, but it's picked up again by Laulay.
Yeah, Santiago Sonadas tried to get that, but Laulay picked it up in front of him. The number 3, I can't believe how well he's playing. He's going to look back at this in his 20s. He's only 15. He's going to think, wow, I really enjoy this opportunity of playing for Dubai, one of the best teams in the world, and he's playing brilliantly at the moment. There's the ball. They've got to defend. Great defend from Chris Mackenzie. Clears it out to the boards, and Castagnola, still knocking on the door, comes in to take possession, but as he does that, the whistle is blown.
Yeah, Asnar just coming underneath the swing there. So often you do see these high goal players just drawing the opposition player in, riding underneath his swing, putting his stick up at the last second as well. Difficult one there for Alejandro Asnar, but it's going to go against for Marques to Riscal, number 1. And it's going to be a close penalty here for Dubai, right in the final stages here of this first half.
I'm just looking down at the Dubai camp and watching Lola Castagnola, legend player as well. Father of Barto and Heta Castagnola, the Dubai organization there. Pacing, he paces. Concentration on his face, watching his son and his team. So, 40-yard penalty. A 40-yard penalty on the cross, just being teed up. Ready to be taken by Rufino Benzadon. Up high. It's through, Dubai. Another one on the scoreboard. Wow. Before we go to the half-time, they're increasing their lead. 7 up to 8 now. 8-6, John.
What a beautiful penalty that was by Rufino Benzadon. We saw Heta Castagnola miss his last 40, handed it over. That one went straight through the centre goal. A beautiful penalty as the players come back to the centre of the ground. Ball in play as it's here now with Laulay. Laulay looks to run now in Dubai, looking to put some real space between the two sides before half-time. Laulay with a shot going back hard. Sonades has to be quick as the ball just slows down in front of the goal.
Sonades watches it go. He's not going to try and defend that one if it's going to roll out. They need to regroup. About a minute left, ladies and gentlemen, in this third chukker before half-time. And Marques de Riscal just need one more huzzah before half-time. If they could get another goal on the scoreboard just to narrow that gap slightly, I'm sure they'll be happy, and Sapo's going to give it a go. He decides to cut left, but look who's chasing him, and look at the speed. Look at the speed of both of these horses, ladies and gentlemen. These horses are literally Formula One equine athletes. Look at Sapo go. He's gone past one, he's gone past two. He goes for the big shot. It's along the grounds. Canaz now finish it off. Alejandro, oh! What a save, and what an open near-side backhand from Hector Castagnola.
You just saw how Castagnola leaned right out there, saved a certain goal, but danger's not yet over before the end of a half. It's still here now with Sapo Gasset under the neck, under the legs, but it hasn't gone far, and it's picked up here now by Bensadon. Bensadon has a look to see where the runners are in front of him. Rufino Bensadon, he takes it up towards the halfway line. It's him against the clock as he leaves it now for Laulay. Laulay with the pass, looking for Castagnola. Castagnola squeezed out the play, and here now is Sapo Gasset, but that could well be the end of the third chukker. We'll wait and see just to confirm before we do bring it to an end.
And Hector has jumped off. I think he's got caught by a ball or caught by something, but the whistle had gone before the end of the chukker. So we're going to call it quits there, ladies and gentlemen, going into halftime. We'll update you with where we're going to start the second half, but please, here pitch side, please show your appreciation for both of these teams. It's 8 to Dubai and 6 to Marques de Riscal.
So as we just have a look, Hector Castagnola talking to the umpires, 8 goals to 6. He's not happy, but Carl.
Yeah, he's not happy at all. Look, he's really debating. He's saying, come on, we'll find out. We'll have a look at the replay during this half-time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to leave you now. Don't go anywhere, though. You've got a few moments. You've got a brilliant interview with Santiago Sonades about Marques de Riscal and how he's getting on. And then have a quick look at Dubai in their quarterfinals. They played Green Gates, and wow, Green Gates were on fire. They nearly took Dubai. That would have changed things up slightly, wouldn't it? And Marques de Riscal against Queen's Cup finalist La Magdalene. They won only just by 7-6. Check this out.
Oh, it feels amazing to arrive to the semi-final with Marques de Riscal. We've been playing for a few years, so you know, when you arrive to England, you always have your doubts, no, of the horses organization, and arrive to a semi-final of the Gold Cup, unbelievable. We're more than grateful to be here and enjoying the atmosphere, the place, the level. So. Not much to say. Being a semi-final is a great achievement for us, and I hope we can do a bit more. No, I think we set a good team. We are well organized, so it's amazing. We all organize ourselves in courses and in everything, but we are quite okay, and we click each other. I think we play something all similar. All of us, and when it goes good, we are a good team. No, to play against these players, to this organization, no, Dubai they won for many years. They're playing now with Hector. It's going to be tough, but you never know. When you arrive to the field, things happen. They have to beat us, so we will be there to try to do our best, and you never know.
His best goals from the tournament. This was a really nice goal from Cachete Cesar Crespo. Look at that. That was beautiful. It was very early on. Great cut shot. I think it was the first chukker. Then Benzadon there. There was a Nord, went in for the hook, and that was that lovely cut shot that he tried to get in, Marcus, through the posts.
No, very nice goal indeed. I mean, some incredible goals scored today. This was Hector's first one from... No, that was to Benzadon, sorry. Yeah, I mean, that's where these two are so dynamic. As I said, they drag players up the field and find the space, and Hector either goes in for the attack or sends it up there. Keeps them guessing. Here we have Crespo. This is Elizalde's backhand. What a goal.
This was the goal of the Yeah, loved it. We'll wait though, because I'm sure there's going to be some from Francisco Elizalde, isn't there? Because he had a few crackers. One more for Dubai here.
This was a disallowed one, remember?
Yeah.
With Heter offside. But I mean, like, great finishing.
Yeah. Look how windy it is. So it's been blowing here. This is the one. This is the punch out the air. And then a little look up. Wide open. Let's have a go. Francisco Elizalde. Yes, please.
Undisputed goal of the game. I mean, yeah, incredible. Here's Heter coming back in there, and this was one of his ones from far out. Look at that. Got a habit of doing that on Brooksfield. He loves the goals from long range.
Yeah, he's deadly. He's deadly with those. He does them a lot, doesn't he? Just the confidence of coming from long range. This was the one that was backed up by Laule. The final score. Let's have a look at some of these goals.
So here's the opener here, Laborde. No, sorry, that was McDonough. Sabagasset. This is his first neck shot, apologies. But Laborde looks chased down, and that was probably set the tone for Sapa's mood of the day. He just was so solid and consistent.
Yeah, Pablo Madonna. This was a nice little easy one for him. That was when he was all on his own and nobody was there. He just managed to bring that home. I just felt like a little bit from the La Magdalene side that they had a few unlucky chances. But at the end of the day, the game is won by penalties.
Absolutely, and here we have Sapa here, coming around the corner nicely. And Sapo, 100% hit rate today, Carl, was he, I believe? On penalties?
Yeah,
Certainly the ones that close.
Yeah. I think that is really, if you keep your penalties, it is a game, isn't it, of inches and penalties. And it was a nice game to see, though. It was lovely to see two teams so closely contested. That was a one hell of a save from Sapo on the line there, on the near side.
And that's the winning shot there from Sabagasset.
You're watching Marques de Riscal.
Versus Dubai. Enjoy in live on Caudry TV.
So we are back in the Dubai tent here at the halfway point of this opening semi-final. What a half it's been by Heter Castagnola. Time and time again, we see him light up these big occasions. You see there, they didn't have it all their own way. The first couple of chuckers, they were down 3-2 to Marques de Riscal at the end of the first, tight 4-4, and then they just pulled away a little bit there, 8-6 leading. But this game, what a first half it has been. Really, out of this tournament, we've been delighted to bring you every single game live here on Caudry TV, produced by Polo Line TV throughout. And this first half promises to be as good as anything as we've seen here in this opening semi-final. But we're going to bring you the stats, the story of that first half of Polo. You can see here, the crowd is full here at the ground. Field goals, 6 by Dubai, 5 by Marques de Riscal. Dubai have dominated those throw-ins. 10 throw-ins won by Dubai, only 4 by Marques de Riscal. And they've also conceded a couple too many fouls, you would say, Marques de Riscal. 6 against them, just for 2 against Dubai. But Marques de Riscal, they've had a stroke of luck. Heter Castagnola, normally so reliable from the penalty spot. He's missed a 60 and he has missed a 40. So 2 out of 4 for Dubai, 1 out of 1 for Marques de Riscal. And then we saw that yellow card as well given against Heter. Just hitting the ball a little enthusiastically into the crowd. This crowd you can see. We are delighted here at the halfway point. We are going to have an interview with Rob Cudmore, father of Ollie Cudmore, who you saw playing as part of the Dubai side. So now I send you over to Rob, who is joined by Carl Ude Martinez.
Yeah, thanks, John. And look who I've bumped into, Rob Cudmore. Rob, how are you?
Very Well, Carl, nice to see you.
And you. I'm just loving the new hats. I want one. They look really super cool. Black Bears hats. Black Bears, let's talk about Black Bears. Obviously, you're synonymous with Black Bears. Let's talk about their foray into this year's Gold Cup. Now, obviously, they've been off for a few years. It was lovely to see Guy and the team back. Not probably where you wanted to get to, but tell me.
Yeah, I mean, good to be back. And we had a really nice team. And good, with Wanma is a machine. And, I think first year back we had, and both Queens and the Goals, terrible draws, to be fair.
Tough leagues.
And missed the penalties to go in. And two teams in this next semi, the two teams that beat us. So we beat King Power to put them out, and we beat Monterosso. So I guess looking at the things, you didn't make quarterfinal, not so good, but we'll be back next year, more horses. We were close, and it's a nice team. Guys plays well, obviously. And Wanma's a great general, and Antonio and Ollie worked hard for them. So I think it's a nice team.
And Ollie must have enjoyed himself. I mean, the experience playing with Honma. I mean, he's played with a lot of great players over the years, Ollie, but he must have had a good experience this run.
Absolutely. He said Wanma's one of the best people he's ever played with. He's very, very organised, and he uses the players, and he's great brain with Polo Wanma, obviously, clearly what he's done. And, yeah, I mean, Ollie loved playing with him, and he's a good guy as well as a good player.
So Black Bears, huge name, came back. Is it back next year? What's the plan? Can you say?
Back next year. I'm not sure the exact. We'll have to wait for handicaps and things. But yeah, I mean, guys keen, and we want to give it a really good go. So we were close, but not close enough.
Okay, well that's fine. So you can't come in and win straight away. You got to build it up. You got to build momentum. Otherwise, Guy can't just come in and win all the silverware. He's done it. He's got to give someone else a chance. Right. Let's quickly talk about today. So, like you said, you'd actually done well against these two teams.
Of the next semi, yeah.
Of the next semi of Park Place and of UAE. But tell me a little bit about these two. So Dubai, obviously, they came in unstoppable. They've won all of their matches. Marques de Riscal, it's their first ever Gold Cup semi-final. What do you think? How do you think this is going to go?
I've always liked Dubai. I mean, those boys, no one over about 20 years old in the team, which is a bit worrying. But
it's a young team, isn't it?
Under handicapped team and skillful team, and Hetter's brilliance, and those other boys are also brilliant, and Rashid's playing really well. So they take some beating. The other team has done well. They're both really good teams. Looks like it's a good game brewing here. So.
Can I put you on the spot, or are you going to stay open? What do you think?
I think Dubai. For the next one, I'm not quite so sure.
Yeah.
I might have this wrong too, but I think Hetter's brilliance. There's something special, that guy, isn't he?
Yeah, and then his brother Barto in the UAE. But then, like you just said, when Facundo turns it on, he turns it on. So.
Absolutely.
And there've been injuries a lot, Park Place, haven't they?
And they played very well the other day when they put Scone out. I mean, they were so dominant. Harps and Matt Perry were very good, and Facu is on fire. So
do you think they might have pushed themselves a little bit too much? Do you think maybe because Matt Perry and Harps were coming back from injury, do you think they've got enough in the tank for the semis?
I think they're ready for this afternoon, big time. But I'm not sure who's going to win, but two really good teams. I mean, they're seriously good teams. So.
Well, look, mate, thank you very much. Well done to Black Bears too, obviously, for doing what it's doing. Good luck. What are you doing over the winter? What's the plan now going forwards?
Yeah, keep with the breeding in Australia, keep all that going, and Ollie will go and play there and choose horses to bring here, and Guy will play there. So, yeah, keep it going ready for next year.
Great. Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Carl.
It's always great to hear from Rob. Obviously, such an important part of that Black Bears organisation. We saw his son, Ollie Cudmore, previous winner of this British Open, of course, with El Romanzo. Really interesting views, as always. But what a first half it has been as you look again. This beautiful day here. The sun has come out. The conditions are perfect at Lawns Ground number 1 for beautiful ruins. Just behind us, do download our app, Polo Line TV, available on both Google Play and on the App Store as well. Keep up to date with everything going on around the world of polo, all of the highlights and news from the tournament that has been progressing here. We've been delighted to bring you every game exclusively live. And we, of course, are on the build-up to the final taking place on Sunday. At the moment, you'd think 1 leg, 4 legs, however many legs you want to describe it, Dubai. feel like they have the upper side at the moment. But still 3 chukkers to go, Carl. So plenty of time, you would say, for Marques Riscal to get the way back into this.
Yeah. I mean, it's really nice to see them shake things up a bit, and it's really good to see a new team coming into the semi-final stage. We're just waiting for the spectators to clear the field as we need to crack on with this second half of this match. What a beautiful day. A lot less blustery than it was in the quarterfinals. The sun is shining. The weather on Sunday for the final doesn't look too hot, but we're going to ignore that for a while. But a big thank you to all our sponsors: Number 3 Gin, US Polo SSN, Sota Grande Resort, Boeing Business Jets, Nye Timber, and all of the many support that we've had over this event.
All dogs must be kept on a lead. And do not leave any children running around to their own devices.
So players now back on the field. We're going to see, we did obviously see Heta having a chat with the umpires right at the end of that third chukker. So we're going to see what the decision here at the beginning is. Heta out there on another one of his top ponies here. He's on Soñada in this fourth chukker. So the Dubai horses. Heta Castagnola on Soñada. Rashid Abwadi on Banana. Bertrand Lallet on Safina. Marques Riscal, Alejandro Aznar. He is on Luciana Santi. Sonadas on Equivalente. Chris McKenzie on Lagos. And it looks like we're going to be just a roll in front of goals. So time ran out on the play. There was no foul, but it is Dubai who are going short, and they have the lead. 8-6. Carl, a very close, hardly fought first half. How are your feelings around the game?
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited as we are witnessing 2 very strong high goal teams. Dubai, like we have talked about, have been in this position many a time. They've won the Gold Cup 5 times in their history. But the polo standard and the way...
So as we just do have a look at the replay in the end of how that chukker finished. Yeah, Heta Castagnoli wasn't happy with the angle at which Cassette came in on that ride-off right at the end. He drew the angst there, the umpires, but it was no foul, so the time just running out.
The way these players are interchanging from defence to attack is really, truly impressive. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're away, and it's Chris McKenzie that says, let's do this, Marques de Riscal. Let's go. So off they go. Quick breakout. Second half. They've had a little bit of a team talk. They've had a regroup. McKenzie cuts it inside. Sapo's got to go in defence because Heta's going with a backhand. Oh, probably not as strong as he wanted, but it was enough to get onto Alejandro Aznar. But as you can see, and we were straight down the line, there was a Dubai player, and Benzadon Rufino flying down the line. Yeah, there is a dog also, please, loose, which needs grabbing, please, as quickly as you can. But Rufino down the line, Aznar across, and Dubai will get the penalty, correct?
Yeah, beautiful backhand hit there by Castagnola in defence. I think McKenzie thought Cassette was going off on a run in front of him, hence he hit that long shot. So a little bit of miscommunication there. But it is going to be a penalty 4 by the looks of things. Dubai, as always, wanting a little bit more, but it is just going to be a 60-yard penalty.
See, he's doing well on his penalties. Looking actually at the goal stats coming into this morning, Facundo Pierres, who plays for Park Place, was the highest goal scorer with over 40 goals. So he was coming in with top of the board. Sapo was in there in the top 3. So was Heta was in the top 5. Heta might overtake now with all of these penalties, but it was Facundo Pierres as we went into this game. We'll see how many Heta gets, see whether he takes that lead. So penalty, it is defended. You can see there's lots of Marques de Riscal in the way, and it's Benzedon going to take this penalty. Here we go. Oh, it's great, it's strong, it's up, it's through, it's easy. The flag goes up, it's 9-6, and what a penalty taker.
How about the confidence in the young player shown there by Heta Castagnoli? Hasn't quite been striking it at his cleanest perhaps today, so he just says to young Benzedon, son of former professional Pancho Benzedon, long-time player around the world at the very top level, and his son looking to get his way into his first British Open final here at Cowdrey Park as the ball goes in play. Picked up here by Benzedon again. Benzedon taking it away. He's got Laule with him. He's got Heta Castagnola down the centre of the ground as he leaves it all. The line's going to be picked up by Sonadas, so there is going to be a chance now for Marques de Riscal and Santi Sonadas. Back in defence was Castagnola as Santi Sonadas still fights his way through here and leaves it now for Sapo Cassette. They're inching their way through towards the goal. Across came Benzedon, but it's still Sonadas going. Laule, he's in there as well. There's Cassette, backed away eventually by Castagnola, and the break could now be on as it's left for Castagnola on Soñada. Look how the man is taken away to give Castagnola the space down the ground. Asnar coming back quickly to put on the pressure. It's great defensive play by Alejandro Asnar. Near side picked up there by Heta Castagnola as the ball creeps towards the back line.
Fair play to Alejandro Asnar. He really went on to that 10-goaler. Gave him a lot of pressure, gave him a lot of riding off, and it was just enough to put Heta off his stride. But as you say, as they attacked, beautiful from Benzedon. He went over, took the man, let the crowd part, and Heta came through that ball. But Alejandro came back, rode Heta off to the best of his ability, and just caused enough hassle for him to not convert that goal. And then in the fray in the corner, they've given a little spot penalty to Marques de Riscal for a foul from a green player. So Chris McKenzie. Waiting is Rashid Al-Bawadi. Sapo, left for him. Cassette now, it's going to dart it to the left. Santiago Sonadas is in the middle. He asks for a little bit of a stretch and he starts to go down. He cuts it back inside. Alejandro is there. Back is Heta. There's Sapo as well. Can Alejandro have a good run? He's playing brilliantly. Oh, this is great. Alejandro Asnar. Sapo Cassette. It doesn't even need finishing off. What a goal. What a play from the patron. Asnar. They're using him, and yes, they should.
Love the way there that Sapo Cassette had so much confidence in his teammate Asnar, who hit a beautiful pass. And then it's Sapo Cassette. I think it's out on Truca in this chuck, who just went away and tapped it through. So the goal is scored, 9-7. How about a round of applause for both sets of players as they come in front of the grandstand here. They are putting on a show for us here in this opening semi-final as it's here now with Dubai and Laule. Laule has Benzedon behind him. In came Cassette again, really looking to exert his influence on this game as it's still here now with Laule, the young 15-year-old player. Beltran Laule leaves it now for Heta Castagnola. Again to the left-hand side goes Laule. It's driven right down up towards the goal. Rashid Al-Bawadi's going. Cassette's coming back. It looks like Cassette's going to claim the line and bring it away in front of his own goal.
Do you know what? If he hadn't got back there in time, I reckon that was about a roll all the way through with a little help from Rashid, but Sapo did well to get back there. He fires it back up now. This is great wind in their sails for Marques de Riscal. They know they've got to get some goals on the scoreboard. He tries to fire it up to Santiago, but Heta's there again. He's in defence, he's in attack, and now he's dribbling. He's gone past one, he's gone past two, but Sapo trying to defend. The whistle is blown as a Marques de Riscal player comes in. Let's have another look on the replay, and we will see.
Let's have a look coming down the line here on the replay. It was Castagnola still up there on Soñada, just controlling it. I think they're going to blow there. Sonadas getting in the way, and it was Sapo who came across. It was Sonadas blocking, so the penalty in favour of Dubai, and it's going to be a penalty too.
From the Marques de Riscal team, but not staying to their lines. First of all, Santiago Sonadas, and then that meant Sapo came across, and they've blown and given a penalty to Dubai. Undefended, and this is Heta's chance to make this double figures on the scoreboard. Whew, thought that was going wide there for a minute, but up it goes. 10 to Dubai. There's a ripple of applause through the grandstand.
Heta Castagnola coming back on to penalty duties with that penalty to 30-yard shot. 10 goals to 7. Last year's beaten finalists, the winners in 2019, Dubai, lead Marques to Riscal. Their second year here in this British Open. Quarterfinalists last year. Can they go a couple of steps further and get to the final as Sonatas picks up the ball? Mackenzie coming in to do the blocking work. Great play though by Abouadi, but it's backed away here for Chris Mackenzie. See that white sticker on the back of the horse of Chris Mackenzie? It's an ex-racehorse, this horse here, of Chris Mackenzie, as he takes it now to the left-hand side there of Ben Sedon. Ben Sedon left. Lovely play by Mackenzie as it's picked up again by his captain, Sapper Gasset. He uses Sonatas as a blocker. Takes it out the air as Sapper Gasset looks to go. He picks up a bounce of the ball once, twice, near side. It's running close. It's fair for Chris Mackenzie. Mackenzie finishes it off under the appeal of Heta Castagnola. The umpires have had a look, but I think they're happy, Carl.
Oh, I think they are happy. Wow, that was lucky. So Sappo did all of the work there. He got it in and hit a bit of traffic. And then he had to reach back for it and it got left behind, but backing him up was Chris Mackenzie. It was on the near side first of all. He couldn't quite get it. Heta went in to tackle. Mackenzie went in on Heta, and Mackenzie managed to play that ball and put it through. 8-10, only 2 difference.
So ball goes back in play. Here it is now with Sonatas. Sonatas leaves it for Ben Sedon. Ben Sedon still fighting there is Santi Sonatas. The ball gets stuck right in the middle there is Abouadi. He has a swing. They're all having a swing at it, and eventually it falls for none of them. Sticks in the air. Kill the snake in the middle of the ground, as it is now with Sonatas. Sonatas dummies the shot. He's got Asnar behind him. He's got Cassette, who's managed just to grab an inch in front of Castagnola. An inch is all he needs as he now comes under control of the ball. Takes it back. He thought about going as he just brings Castagnola to his left-hand side. It's still now bringing it round. Look at the control of the pony as he now looks to flatten it out and go. Still is Cassette. Oh, it's stolen away, but the umpires, they're going to blow a whistle on the play. Lovely individual play there by Sapper Cassette.
So Sappo was along the boards there. He had the line, but the Dubai player just coming in front of Sappo. He thought he was okay, but they've given the penalty awarded back to Marques de Riscal. Now, if they get this, this takes them to 9. That'll be 1 difference. So, 1 minute or so on the scoreboard. 6 chukkers, 2 chukkers to go. Umpire just checking the ground, a bit of a divot there, just wants to make sure that that doesn't cause any issues as players strike balls. Unless Sappo's slipped him £50 and he's asking him to create a nice little tee for him. Just put it on that bit of grass there for me, please. And the horses, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about the horses, isn't it? I mean, look at the sun shining on these coats, how well they look, how great condition, the speed, the agility, the stamina. It really is that they are the true stars of the show. We talk about 70, 80% horsepower, 30, 20% player. Without these true stars, they love the game, they love the sport, they're bred for it. We really wouldn't be able to get out around the field like we do. So please do appreciate and marvel at how well these horses go. And here he comes. Sappo on a mare called Julia. Up, up, up it goes! Juvia That's got to put him into top scorer, hasn't it? We'll have a look, and we'll have a look at the stats, but that's good from Sapo. He takes his team to 9 goals, 1 behind Dubai, and this is great story for the Marques de Riscal. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, here of the grandstand and pitch side.
So it's here now with Asnar taking on Abwadi again. Sapo waiting at full vote for Sonatas. Can they take us into a tight game with 2 chuckers to go? It's Chris McKenzie, the South African international, with the next shot. Couldn't find the angle. That one will roll wide to the right-hand side. We'll see if we've got time for one more play.
I've just had a quick look, John, and yes, you're right. Sapo has now taken the lead on 45 goals. That would be his 45th goal that he has scored. So he's taken goal scorer of the tournament so far. That is the end of the 4th chukker, ladies and gentlemen. They did well to get that in there. We have 2 more chukkers to go. So, live stream. We hope you're enjoying this match. 10 to Dubai, 9 to Marques de Riscal. Check out this brilliant interview with the young Beltran Laule.
The feeling is obviously being really happy. Now we play the semi-finals on Wednesday. Yes, we played the quarterfinal. That was a really tough game against Green Gates. So obviously Dubai and me also really happy to be in the semi-final of the Gold Cup. The game was, we knew that it was going to be really tough against Green Gates. It's a really good team with Fran, Isidro, Cachete and Nur. It's a really good team, so we knew that it was going to be a really tough game. I think that when I will get older, I will consider a lot what Dubai gave me the opportunity to play here with all the group that is amazing. So obviously we are really happy.
You're watching Marques de Riscal
versus Dubai. Enjoy in live on Caudry TV.
So as we get going back again here in this 5th chukker, it's Hector Castagnola. Oh, he's stolen off and by McKenzie. McKenzie, he swoops in. Can he score? Desperate defense by Ben Sidon, and somehow they survive. Castagnola brings it back away. A rare mistake there by the number 1. He's made a second one in quick succession. Can he get away with it? Due to his teammates, it looks like McKenzie is going to have another bite.
Yeah, really, really good thinking from Chris McKenzie. Just takes it on the near side. He's being hassled by Rashid and Hector, but it's cleared. Cleared by Benzadon. Asnar's there. Great little open cut backhand from Asnar. Up to McKenzie. Chris McKenzie right in front of goal, but it's cleared once again by Dubai, and a lot of traffic.
Whistle.
Yeah, whistle there. There was definitely a foul across the line there. What a backhand from Asnar.
Asnar's having such a good game. He's had such a good tournament. As we have a look on the replay here, that was all about the backhand played by Asnar, and Hector Castagnola came across the line of Sapo Cassette. We can see it clearly from up here. It's going to be a close penalty for Marques de Riscal.
Oh, this is going to take them to 10 if they can get this. 10 double figures. What a great game. Are we going to go to overtime? This is what we want to see on semi-finals, ladies and gentlemen. Sapo Cassette. Here we go. Easy, straight through. We've got 10-10, ladies and gentlemen, in the 5th. The crowd go crazy. The crowd go crazy. Yes. Just checking you're awake. How could you not be? Right, let me hear you. Are you cheering for Dubai? Are you cheering for Marques de Riscal? Live stream, I hope you're cheering too. Back at home, here we go. Hector Castagnola asks for some speed. He's got the advantage. Back goes Mackenzie. Mackenzie with a bump. Hector slows down, keeps him on his hip, doesn't want to leave the ball, keeps it to his side, goes in Sapo. Sapo steals it. Not sure how he got away with that, but he did. Takes it round. Lots of whistles, lots of sticks in the air, but no whistle. Sapo clears across. This is dangerous. Still got it. Near side. Lost it. Left it for Dubai. Oh no. Back again.
Picked up now again by Sapo. Somehow just got away with a couple of air, I think. And it's sent the ball long now, looking at a run of Asna. Asna riding off against Hector Castagnola. Left behind, but back up isn't there. And it's going to be there now with Laulay. The tail backhand looking for Rufinho Bensadon. The two youngsters combining again as it's Bensadon going in between Sapo Cassette and Chris Mackenzie. Right, left it behind. And it falls now for Castagnola. Castagnola, look how he just back pony dances for him, taking on Sapo Cassette. And this time the umpires say third time's the charm. We're blowing the whistle. So as we have a look here on the instant replay, look how Hector Castagnola just brings this one under his spell to the right-hand side. Sapo Cassette, not a lot he could do about it, but it is a foul, and it's going to be a penalty too for Dubai.
So quick change for some players already. Penalty 2 given to Dubai. Sapo just trying his desperate defence there, but desperate's the wrong word, because actually I'm quite enjoying how calm Sapo is at the moment. Sometimes under pressure when it gets to sort of the 5th or 6th in these big tournaments, he gets a bit frenetic, but he is very calm, and so is that man, Hector Castagnola puts it through. They take the lead again, 11-10, but Marques de Riscal are definitely regrouping and will be coming back fighting hard.
I think Hector heard you talking about Sapo being at top of the scoring list. He's since taken over penalty duties. And that's him now on 44 goals. Sapo Cassette on 45. As the ball goes back in play. Picked up here now by, it's Bensadon, he's gone, but look at Cassette quickly catch him. Cassette on the near side, sends it down the centre of the ground, looking for Chris Mackenzie, the umpires. A few players coming down the line there. Be interesting to see the instant replay.
Yeah, there was a couple of players, but it looked like really Marques de Riscal with a big choo-choo train coming down that line. First of all, it was Mackenzie. Laulay went in front. There was another player of Marques de Riscal coming down as well. So yes, you're right, John, they're moving it up. And look, so as easy as Hector scores a penalty, it now goes to Sapo for a penalty. They are sticking with these teams. They are going goal apiece each time. And this is what they need to do until that final bell goes in that final chukker. You've got to score your penalties. You've got to make those moments count on each play. It's in, it's through. Marques de Riscal up on 11. 11 apiece. This is a high scoring game. And we are only moments into the 5th, really. John, what are you feeling right now?
Well, this is when we mentioned right earlier on in this game, horses now are really going to count. I've already spotted that grey horse of Sapo Cassette in the pony lines. That's going to be coming out again, Tuca. So this is now when they bring out the good ones. There's no point leaving them at home when you get to the semi-final stage as we are now. As is picked up here by Hector Castagnola. Castagnola swinging it back round. He's got Sapo Cassette. Looks like in the middle of the ground. They've got a couple of players out of play whilst they have a stick tucked up with each other, but it's here now with Castagnola. Still Hector Castagnola spinning it round. How about a round of applause for young Laulay picking up the stick whilst the play goes on, showing sportsmanship there as his player teammate Hector Castagnola continues to make his way down the ground. Castagnola, Sapo Cassette, the two captains coming together. In now comes Sonatas, and the backhand's on. He went the wrong way.
Yeah, he went the wrong way, but that wasn't too bad because Mackenzie was there. I think he was worried about heading into traffic. Chris Mackenzie, but in goes Laulay. In goes Hector Castagnola. Mackenzie, Sapo there around him. There's 2 red shirts to the 1, bees to honey. They don't want to let this advance. Is it going to pop out to a red stick or a green stick? There's a lot of traffic in the way, and there's a whistle right in front of goal.
So we'll have a look. See, there was a lot of traffic as the players came across. A tough one here for the umpires. So we have a look on the instant replay. You can see both Sapo Cassette and Chris Mackenzie doing all they could to stop Laulay there, as the umpires, I think, have said too much traffic. So it's going to be a close penalty in favour of Dubai. Too much traffic in the way. You've got to clear the way for the attacking players as they take control of possession. So it's going to be a really close penalty here for Heta to make it 12-11.
And he puts it through. A quick one from not very far. Up goes the score to 12. Back to the middle. And a little bit of a messy play there from Marques to Riscal, but hopefully if they can win this line out or win this play, they can take some momentum. Big shout out to Santiago Sanades for, we don't talk about him much because he's doing so much work off the ball. Watch him, that number 2 in the red shirt. He is everywhere at the moment, opening up the way for people like Sapo Cassette. Sapo just went over the top of that one with a bit of a dodgy bounce. In goes Santiago Sanades again, but it's come out, and it's come out to a green shirt. It's come out to Rufino Benzadon. Rufino, he's unmarked, he's on his own. Heta's taken the man. Oh, he's cut it back inside. There is Rashid. Rashid with a helping hand, but it gets fired back out, and back they all turn once more.
Here now comes Castagnola. Great backhand play again by Asnar, who picks it up at the front. He goes right in there, faces up against Heta Castagnola. Clear red is the call as it comes out now for Benzadon. Benzadon, he leaves it behind, and the counter-attack could now be on. But look at the speed of Castagnola getting straight to Sanades, who was strong enough to send the shot down the ground, but no one was there. So it's going to be here now with Castagnola. Heta just slows it up on the boards, uses there Laulay as the blocker. Castagnola takes it back towards the halfway line. Chris Mackenzie coming to put on some pressure. We've got a minute to go here in the 5th chuck. A long drive down the ground. Turning onto it though is Cassette.
What a turn from Cassette. He turns straight into Rashid. Managed to keep the ball. That was great blocking from Rashid, but he didn't foul. He's been released. Sapo's released. There's no more players up. It's just a horse race now. Sapo Cassette, look at him storming through. Sapo Cassette, there goes Asnar. Asnar! He shoots. Oh, it's wide, but what an attack and what a play from Asnar. Gosh, they all quickly change. They know there's not long left, probably under a minute or so. Yes, there is. They quickly turn and they quickly take it. Players are still coming back out on the field. Dubai have decided to go anyway.
Dubai going quickly. They've got a couple of players. They've got to be careful now as they come back, as it's left now for Heta Castagnola. They don't wait for these players to change, and they've now got to get back onto an onside position as Heta Castagnola taps it up towards the halfway line. Waiting with him is Mackenzie. Long drive by Castagnola, but he's going to meet it again. It's Cassette. He's back on Juvia, but as he was gone, the umpires blow their whistle. I don't think Sapo's happy. He looks up towards the 3rd and 4th men in the sky, but they're not going to help him.
He thought he had lots of time. He thought he had bags of time. He can't believe it. This is not what Marques de Riscal wanted right before the end of the 5th chukker. They needed to stay 1 goal behind, not 2. Let's see if that is going to be the case. Heta, little tap. Little tap again. Oh, he's deadly from here. He's deadly, he's deadly, he's deadly! He shoots! Oh, it's wide! Ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the end of the chukker. Show your appreciation here, pitch side. Wow, 12 to Dubai, 11 to Marques de Riscal. 1 more chukker to go, and this could go either way. What a game, what a game. Live stream, people around the world, do not go anywhere. 1 goal in it, and 1 more chukker to go. And Heta Castagnola is the man on fire for Dubai. Check out this little highlight video of some of his best goals.
Let me get a beat, I kick it funky like feet. Let me get a beat, I kick it like lose, set it on faster than ever. If I ever lose, set it on bigger and better. Hitting roller coaster come bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster.
You're watching Marques de Riscal.
Versus Dubai. Enjoy in live on Caudry TV.
Players in and coming back onto the field of play. How about a round of applause again as these players head their way towards the back line? It's going to be Marques de Riscal. You see Sapa Gasset back out there. I mentioned Tuka was getting ready on the pony line. She's coming back out for one more play. They have excited us this whole tournament, this Marques de Riscal side. Can they get themselves back? So the way the game will now run in this final chukker. If either side is ahead when you hear the first buzzer go after 7 minutes, it will be the end of the first semi-final, and the side in front will be in Sunday's final. If we are all tied up, we will play 30 seconds after the buzzer, and then we go into sudden death, golden goal to end this game. Marques de Riscal, Sapa Gasset, he has 8 of their 11 goals today. Heta Castagnola, he has 7 of Dubai's 12. The two superstars, the captains, they have come out flying in at this game so far. Can they get their respective sides over the line? 4 o'clock, it is the turn of the defending champions, Park Place. Facundo Perez, he plays against UAE. England captain Tommy Beresford playing for UAE. So much excitement still ahead of us on this wonderful day here at Cowdrey Park. But it is the turn of Chris McKenzie and Marques de Riscal. Can they tie us up here with the ball on the back line? Behind McKenzie will come Cassette. Cassette will take away the ball now. Being waiting there with him is Laulay. Still now Cassette just taps it. Sonatas doing the blocking work because now Cassette opens up the field to the left-hand side. McKenzie's got a little bit of room down the front, and that's what Cassette is looking for. Laulay is back there with Chris McKenzie and gets a backhand to Benson.
Benson with a lovely little backhand. It was just enough and it fell straight to Heta's stick. He cuts back inside Sapo. He then launches it left back to Benzadon. This is brilliant pass and play from Dubai, and it's going to end in a goal. Benzadon shoots, scores! Wow! What a beautiful pass and play. Heta smooth. He looks over to Benzadon and he says, vamos, vamos, vamos. Yes, this is where we play. And the third chukker was the pivot point for Dubai. That was their best chukker. And then back came Marques de Riscal in the fourth. And now we find ourselves tied up here, but not for long because we are 2 chukkers at 2 goals in front. 13-11. They're pulling away in this last chukker. Marques de Riscal need an answer, and they need to win this line-out.
So ball in the line out. Cassette, oh, he just looked like he had it for a second. It looks like Castagnola's back on Olivia here in this 6th chukker. Takes it to the left-hand side of Sonatas. Has a look now down the ground to see where his teammates go. Abwadi wants to pass, as does Laulay, but it's gone further still. And it's going to be there with Cassette, the open backhand, looking for McKenzie, but turning first is Castagnola.
Castagnola, look how he stops and turns. McKenzie's got to be careful. Look, and now he's gone left. He's gone past. He's actually moved all the people out the way. He leaves it for Benzadon. Benzadon is there. There's a bit of a gap. He's going to go for it. He chips it. Chips it up and it chips it wide. Nice shot. Nice try, though. You can see what they're trying to do there. I feel like Marques de Riscal are just feeling the pressure here a little bit. They just haven't had a moment to sort of settle and regroup. Let's see if this can work now. They've got priority. They've got the line. McKenzie now. In on the grey is Sapo behind. They're just a little bit of traffic. What an interception. What a backhand. But no, it's just a little attempt of left of the goal. Another regroup again for Marques de Riscal. And a quick change from Santiago. He jumps off his horse, gets onto another one down there in the Marques de Riscal camp. Just waiting for him. That was quick. The clock is still ticking. They've got 10 seconds or so to play, and they're in play, and away they go. Chris McKenzie looks up. Santiago's back in the fray. Sapo's gone left. Bit of room is needed. Hetter's going to Sapo. Sapo takes it even further across the field. Needs some more space. He's got Santiago taking out the man. He decides to take Hetter on himself. Aznar's waiting. Still Sapo. He comes on the other side of the boards. He jumps back inside the boards. Takes it on the near side. This is brilliant. Aznar is there. Alejandro. Good connection from him. Come on, Marques de Riscal, I hear the crowd say. Backed by Dubai.
Backhand played by Laulay, over the top, always going to be a chance again for Sapa Cassette. They need this goal from their talisman, Sapa Cassette. He's looking to take on now Ben Sedon, there as well as Chris McKenzie. Sapa Cassette turns and faces, they need it now, it's there is Castagnola, who brings it away in defence for Dubai, and they turn it back around now, all the way down the ground, if you can see him waiting is Ben Sedon, as Castagnola just makes a run to the right-hand side, leaves the ball behind. Who's going to turn first?
Well, normally turning first is that man, Heta Castagnola. Santiago Sanades is there. We had a great interview with him on Cauji TV and Polo Line, catching up with his run on how he's doing here with Marques de Riscal, and he's been working so hard on and off the field, and there's a lovely little pass. Aznar with a backhand though, takes it. Nobody up there for the green team. Backed by McKenzie. McKenzie to Sapo. He's free. He's open. Here we go. Here we go. I don't want to say too much. We've got to be careful. He's right in front of goal. Sapo slows up, he's got time. Sapo Cassette takes this to 12. And that is the quick breaks that they need. They need those breaks. He was unmarked. A great play there. It was picked up. Great foresight from Marques de Riscal. And great work off the ball from Sanades. Up to Sapo. Sapo finishes.
I don't know how Sapa Cassette got so much room. They just left him on his own and he went off and scored. So, one goal left in this game. Head to Castagnola, looking to stamp them back in charge again. On the left-hand side of Chris McKenzie. Sanades fighting as well as he has been all game. Backhand risky, but it's going to work. And it's going to be picked up now by Laulay, the 15-year-old superstar for Dubai. Takes it to the right-hand side. It's Beltran Laulay taking on Sanades. Cassette, he's there as well. The umpires have a look and the umpires are blown. Sapa Cassette not happy. You saw Laulay just waiting, drawing in Sapa Cassette, the young 3-goal player, drawing in the 9-goal player. We have a look on our instant replay. He just toyed with him there. Riding underneath the swing, Sapa Cassette, is going to be a close penalty.
This might have changed the flow somewhat, ladies and gentlemen. Sapo giving away a penalty there. Right in this crucial time. Oh, yes? It looked like it had gone wide, but the flag went up. It's a goal. Hetzer takes it. This is unbelievable. 14 goals to 12. Unlucky for Marques de Riscal. And back to the middle they go. They've got their work cut out now. This is making harder work for them. They need to win this line-out. They need to get the ball and priority to a red shirt, but it falls to green.
Ball now here with Ben Sedon. So calm. This young team, when the pressure counts Dubai, they have won so many lineouts when it matters, and it's here again with Ben Sedon. He'll leave it now for Laulay. Laulay looking to go underneath the pony of Chris McKenzie. Marques de Riscal. They need to get going quickly, but it's stolen now by Rashid Abwadi. Rashid Abwadi playing the playmaker for Hete Castagnola to rubber stamp their place in the final on Sunday. It's Hete Castagnola, 15 goals to 12, and Carl Hete Castagnola. But what a play by Rashid Abwadi.
Oh, Rashid, he will be so happy with that. I can see some energy and excitement coming from the green camp down there, from the players and from all of the people by the green Dubai tent. They know the clock is clocking down. It's 15-12. It's going to be so hard for Marques de Riscal to get back into this game. From that penalty, they've lost their momentum. And Heta seems to have gained it all. He clears it now. Right up to the far side. He doesn't care if nobody's there. He knows he's got probably under a minute left. Cassette goes back. Sanades runs up. Cassette. What an attack and what a take from Dubai, from Benzedon. knocks it back. Sapo Cassette goes back to it once more. There's got to be, 20 seconds on the clock. This is it. Dubai are going to make it. They're going to be the first finalists for another year running. Can they make it? 6 wins of this Gold Cup, but Sapo says, I still want another run. I still need to get a few more goals on the scoreboard. Cassette and Heta. That's the buzzer. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners going through to Sunday's final. Look at how they go crazy down at the far end. The crowd go crazy. Dubai celebrate. John, wow, it's 15 to Dubai, 12 to Marques de Riscal.
Yeah, what a performance it was by Dubai. But how about it's been a great tournament by Marques de Riscal. Sapo Cassette has been one of the most exciting players in this tournament. He finishes the tournament with 48 goals. But as a combination, Alejandro Aznar, Chris McKenzie, Santi Sonaris and Sapo as their captain. Let's hear it for Marques de Riscal in Dubai one more time. It is Dubai, though, who make their way to the final on Sunday. 4 o'clock, Carl, UAE take on Park Place. That is the next game. It is here on Lawns Ground at number 1. We do have a presentation.
What a match, John. What a match. So it was so level until that last chukker, but it was that penalty that just took the wind out of the sails from Sapo. He had another one in the fifth, but then another one in the 6th, and it just, you can't give these guys penalties. You can't give away at this end because Heta will punish you. They'll punish you.
It's Heta who punish you, but it was that young player, 15 years of age, Beltran Laulay, who drew in Sapo, much like what Sapo would do normally to a 1-goal or a 0-goal on the other side. It was a 3-goal player who drew in the 9-goaler.
But he's got 10 goals of confidence, hasn't he?
Unbelievable to watch. It's so great to watch this side. You see Rufino Bensadon as well there. Rashid Albuadi, what a play he had to pass the ball to Heta with a goal that ultimately did prove to take it too far away from Marques de Riscal. This side is so exciting to watch. There's that interview that we see on Calgary TV, on Polo Line as well, with Lolo, and he said this team has got better with every single game because they just get more confident in attacking with each other. That is the best form of defence in the way that they see it, and that's why they're so fun to watch.
And do you think they feel the pressure? I mean, they're a young team, so because they're so young, full of talent, actually, do you think, well, it's norm for them? They've been playing this kind of level for so many years. Maybe actually the pressure doesn't sort of register as it would do, say, for someone like Sapo or Facundo Pierres after all of this time. They just go out there and they just doesn't seem to bother them.
Yeah, I think it's they all play up in Argentina. They grow up with each other playing there, and they're playing, as we have a look at the score progression, it was, Marques de Riscal at the beginning, almost for the first 2 chukkers, were the side on top, but then from the 3rd chuck onwards, you mentioned it, Carl, that was the pivot points. We look at Ali Abouadi there in the 10th as well, and then from then on, it was ordered by Lolo Castagnola, the coach. But I think, like you were saying, you made such a good point. These guys, they grew up playing together in Argentina. They're playing 22, 26, 30-goal chukkers from the age of 10 years old. So they come out here into this game, and whilst obviously it's a professional atmosphere and there's a lot of pressure on these organisations, they're kids and they're just having fun with each other.
They're kids and they're just having fun with each other. I mean, it is unbelievable how young that team is. I mean, if you add up all of those ages, you're not going to get very, it's unbelievable how young they are. Nobody's over 25, are they?
I think Rashid might be a tiny bit older. He's in his 30s now. But yeah, I mean, the point stands.
Apart from Rashid.
Heta's 20.
Yeah.
Rufinho is 17 and Beltran is 50.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible to see, and I think it shows. We've seen Heta now since he won the Gold Cup in 2019 with Dubai, with his brother that time, with Rashid.
Shot against King Power. It went into overtime.
And he comes back and gets better year after year. And I think what's so exciting the last couple of years in particular is he is really now the captain of this side, and he takes on the responsibility. He's the player who, even when one of Rufinho or Beltran have the ball, he'll always just situate himself in behind so he can take control and he can be the playmaker. And at the age of 20, that level of maturity, that level of experience at such a young age is formidable.
I mean, it's safe to say that he is going to be one of the best players on the circuit, isn't it? Very soon. Okay, right, here we go. Let's have a quick look at these goals. That was the formidable one, first of all, from Marques de Riscal, wasn't it? And then Heta returns. Just took it through everybody. Had loads of traffic in the air. Just gave it a little tap through.
Some more of these highlights. Yeah, Heta dominated. Then you saw Sapper Cassette. He obviously has his trademark neck shot goal. We love to see him doing these. This was such a lovely approach shot towards the goal. We'll see the next shot he hits on Truca as well in this game. So fun to watch running to goal. Asnar, what a game he had. We mentioned him so many times. Whether this was the goal or the part. No, this was the goal he scored himself. He had a great assist as well.
How good did he play?
He played so well in attack and defence, and we've seen it throughout the tournament. Here you see Hector Castagnolo, he just swoops in. This was a backhand to himself. I mean, that was so much fun.
I mean, at this level, at that middle of that game, he decided to do that and have the confidence to do it.
I can't do that with anyone around me, let alone having a 9 or 10 goaler around me. This was Benzedon in front of. That was where he took it the horse race and he backed himself. I think it was back in Jennifer in the final chucker to take on Cassette and Tuca. That was a great goal by Sonatas from about 100 yards out. No one in front of him, so he just hit it long. Sonatas, he worked so hard. It was great to see him get on the score sheet there as well. Lineouts dominated today by Dubai. That was a close one. That was the under the neck shot.
I think you're right. I think that's where it came from. The lineouts were dominated by Dubai, and that's how you win these games, you know.
Well, it was really. I remember commentating the first game in Dubai where they won easily. That day, actually, they got beaten in most of the lineouts, and we remarked up here with the Polo Line team how, God, imagine if they win all their lineouts, how good they're going to be. And we saw that today. Sapper set back cut shot.
The cut shot.
The cut shot was amazing.
It was
amazing. Like, we have seen him highlight after highlight in this tournament. Sapper set.
The way he just opens up his shoulders.
Yeah.
And look at this angle. Look at this angle. But the way the horse moves so nicely, so laterally, and so balanced as he decided to lean out and connect with that
and
one.
He was never in doubt.
Look at the ride off from Asnar. Look at the pressure that he's giving Hector then. Absolutely brilliant.
This was the pass by Asnar. Look
Yeah.
at Sapper Cassette. You just see coming out the corner of your screen there. I'm not sure whether it rolled in. I think that was Sapper slightly thinking I want to be top scorer in this tournament here, and it was going to go in anyway as he just nipped in there and scored that goal as well. As it was picked up there, this was the goal in the last chucker. This is where Benzedon came back out. And I think this was the statement. We saw Sapper coming out on Tuca, the grey, and Benzedon matched him every step away and more to score that goal. And from there, they were never going to get back. They got that one goal after a backhand by Chris McKenzie, finding it. Hector Castagnola, as we saw throughout, that long pass down the ground and the speed of his runner there. Benzedon in front, getting away from Cassette. He had no chance.
No, we said at the beginning, didn't I? I said, sort of, will they have the horsepower in the 5th and 6th? You know, what will they do, Marques de Riscal? Because Dubai are going to come out on fire in the 5th and 6th, and that's what they did. 15-12. Wow. John, I'm going to shoot and go off to do some presentations, so I'm going to leave you to talk to our live stream viewers. But what a game, and I can't wait for the second semi-final this afternoon. UAE versus Park Place.
So yeah, we'll finish here on Calgary TV. The shot here of Rufinho Benzedon. I do apologise, Hector's 21, so practically an elder statesman in comparison to the 20. But Rufinho Benzedon, what a future he has in front of him in the Dubai. They just look so cool. As we shoot here to the story of the game, Dubai, 9 field goals, Marques Riscal 8. It was very tight about. I mentioned at the halfway point how they dominated the throw-ins and Marques Riscal had fouled too many times, and that continued throughout the game. 19 throw-ins won by Dubai, just for 9 by Marques Riscal, and Marques Riscal 12 fouls to the 6 of Dubai. We saw a couple of penalties missed in the first half, a rare mistake from the 60 and the 40 by Hector, but they were good. Other than that, a further 7 scored in the final 5 chuckers. 4 out of 4 penalties by Marques Riscal, and just for 1 yellow card to young Hector Castagnola with a slightly overzealous shot through the goal in the opening exchanges. But that is the story of our first semi-final. Big congratulations to Dubai. They are the first team in the final. Commiserations to Marques Riscal. They will be back. They now head to Spain, to Sotogrande for the season there. But Rashid Abwadi here at Calgary, he will be coming up to pick up the Elliston Cup and, more importantly, a place in the final on Sunday. But from all of us here on Calgary TV for our first game, a big thank you, and we'll see you at 4 o'clock.